Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Brandon down here at Snake River Fly Shop. We got another fly tying tutorial for you today. This one we're calling the Rodeo Bullet. Sweet little streamer pattern that you can color up and doing a bunch of different combos to match your local forage, but a classic being that olive and white is a really good go-to, and we are coming up here on what some would call streamer season. It's always streamer season, but the big browns are starting to come out to play, and yeah, we'll jump right into this thing. So the hook that I got in the vise is a #1 MFC 7050. This is the straight eye wide gap streamer hook from those guys. Using some large sparkle eyes from them as well. These are in that sparkle yellow with that gold, really slick looking. Got some 210 or 140 denier. I'm using olive just because that's what I had handy, but you know, white and any other color will work. And so figure-eighted my eyes on here, kind of Clouser style, set them just a touch back so I got a little bit of headroom, and then brought my thread back here to where it's hanging pretty much right at the barb. So where my barbell eyes are oriented, this bug's gonna ride hook point up, and so we're gonna start with our top color. We're gonna first take a piece of olive Marabou and kind of get that prepped out. Pinch that, and we're gonna go, you know, about 1.5 lengths of Marabou for our tail, and that's 1.5 lengths of the shank. Tie that bad boy in, kind of clean it up here. Then we're going to come in with our second piece of Marabou, the white, two-tone that. And we're just going to line that up best we can and get a good 50-50 split here. Clean that up a little bit. All right, and then take a quick look. Okay, so we got our tail all two-toned in. For the body material, we're gonna be using some Pearl Hydro. This adds great filler, great volume, a little bit of flash, and takes away from us having to tie in a bunch of stuff. It's still getting a really cool look. So we'll tie that in and advance our thread up. Cool thing about this bug is you can, you know, do whatever color combo you want. This one in particular, like I was saying, kind of like baby rainbow, something of that, you know, effect. But I mean, you can change this up for olive. We've done some in some brown trout colors, sucker minnows, so on and so forth. But just advancing that hydro hackle up through the body, preening those fibers back every time I come up and over. We're just gonna bring that right behind the eyes. Okay, once we're there right behind the eyes, we're going to tie that off. A couple securing wraps behind, a couple in front, trim it out, and then just kind of clean that up. Secure it in. Okay, so for the next step, take another piece of Marabou. We're just going to add this in, and we want this for our belly and our top here. When we lay this Marabou down, we want it to come to just about the quarter point of our tail. Coming a quarter through the tail there. Just stacking that on top. A couple loose wraps, a couple in front. And then I'm just gonna kind of come through and before I really lash it down, kind of adjust that Marabou to where it's kind of equal on both sides. Give it a spin. Helps you cut it out. Easy peasy. More. Okay, fancy Renzetti vise here. We're going to be able to rotate that over. We're going to repeat that step just on top with olive. Same kind of thing. I'm going to come in, and you can, you know, use your bottom portion to kind of check. Lash that in and just check we got good equal portions on either side. Looks like we do. Same kind of thing, grab that stem, twist it, chop it out. Makes it super clean, super easy. Okay, so once we got that all kind of cleaned up, bug's looking pretty dang good, but the last step that we're gonna do is we're gonna come in and build a head out of Techno Bunny on this thing. And so the Techno Bunny holds its shape really well. It's easy to trim and kind of manipulate. And this method or this technique gives you a really similar head, wool head style streamers, anything like that. Saves you a bunch of time and is super, super quick and easy. And so I've just tied that in right behind the barbell eyes, as you can see. I'm now gonna take this with the skin side, facing the back side of the hook here, and then we're gonna slowly wrap that around, and we're gonna make one wrap, and then two wrap full rotations behind the eyes, creating that collar in a sense. And then we're just gonna figure eight this stuff through these barbell eyes. Kind of preen some of that forward, some of that back, like so, up and over. Once we figure eighted that, then we're just gonna continue with 2 to 3 tight wraps in front, just to build up a little more bulk. Some good looking taper. Okay, once we got that, wiggle through that hair so we don't trap as much. And we're gonna tie that Techno off right at the eye. Okay, come in and trim that out. Come in with our whip finish. Good whips in there, trim that out. Okay, and then, where did I put it? Gotta grab our brush here. I had one handy, but clearly I don't, so we're gonna take a pause. Okay, and once we got that whip finished off, then we're gonna come in with our brush. I'm just gonna fluff this all out. Get any of those trout fibers that we had loosened up, and brush it all back. Okay, so now they kind of got this funky looking head. What we'll do is similar to like the tube sock sculpin. We're gonna come in and just kind of mohawk this guy out. So he's kind of got that blade head, that blade shape. And then we'll come in with our scissors. We're just gonna come in at a pretty steep angle here. Take just the top off. Kind of angle that head back and then come in on the edges. And just do a little more trimming. Once you got that, and you can come back in, give it a quick little brush out, and you've created, a really nice looking baitfish head there. And then for the final step, we'll come in with a Sharpie. We got these sweet olive ones here that match up really nice, and we're just gonna come in and give that a little paint job on top. That way we can stay with our two-tone look. This Techno holds this Sharpie pretty well, just like anything, like Copics, alcohol-based, stuff like that will definitely hold up just a little bit better. But just to give us a little bit more realism. And that there, folks, is the Rodeo Bullet. Great mid-size streamer, great for, fall browns, bass, rainbows, whatever you want to do. Nice thing too about like the MFC eyes being brass is they're not outrageously heavy. So I mean, still very applicable on like a sink tip if you want to get it down just a little bit faster, but it'll also work great on a dry line. This is a bug that Larry's going to be talking about on a new and upcoming blog, talking about streamer fishing, just because it's that time of year. So stay tuned. Happy tying and happy fishing. Thanks for watching.